So now we'll see that what is the external operation. So external operation, for example, this is the product which is having the routing, where we are producing one component called finished component 1 from raw material 1. Okay, this is the routing. First operation, second operation, third operation. But here, the point is, because of some issue, they are not able to do the heat treatment internally. They have to do out external. Similarly, inner grinding they can do internally, but outer grinding they can do it externally only. This is the situation, let us assume. In this situation, normally what do we do? Can you tell what do we do normally?
Normally, we will do one operation and we'll send for subcontracting, sir.
The subcontracting, what you will do now?
I will send a product A to my subcontractor, and subcontractor will send me the product B.
Correct.
Yeah.
So what will happen now? So for each one, now we are getting one component, intermediate code. After cutting, I create as a finished component cut. I send this cut and get the heat treatment. Then I process the heat treatment, this code, to get the inner grinding. Then inner
Sir,
grinding.
are you sharing anything, sir? Are you sharing any file?
I am not sharing.
No, sir.
Very good. You are asking now. Okay. First, let me come here. I started and I got sharing. So now this is the operation, right? From raw material to finished component, these are 5 operations. In these 5 operations, right? 2 operations I am not able to do. For example, the external I am not able to do internally. Similarly, the outer grinding also I am not able to do externally. I mean internally. This is my situation. In this case, what I do, I will go with cutting. If I do it right, what will happen? I have to create a material BOM for this finished component with the raw material. Finished component cut, I will create one code. Then raw material will be used for the internal production. And then the cut I will send for subcontracting. I will get the heat treatment component. Heat treatment component, I will use it internally with one production order. Get the internal component. Like this, I will proceed. Also, I will create 5 BOMs. To get a component cut, I will use raw material. From heat treatment, I need a component cut. For ID, I need heat treatment. For OD, I need ID. For finished component, I need OD. Like this. Is it clear?
Sir, one question, sir. If the operation 20, we should have finished component HD, we should have a BOM. Right, sir? On the BOM, on the header, I should have on the this side, okay, anything side, this side or that side, okay. On the header, I should have a fin comp -HD. On the component, I should have my fin component cut. Am I right,
Correct.
sir?
Correct. That's what I put in the right side table.
Okay, sir. Okay. Got it, sir.
The right side table is showing which is the parent metal in the BOM, which is the child metal in the BOM.
Okay, sir. It's clear, sir.
Are you following, Segment?
Yes, sir. Following, sir.
So now, because of this, what will happen? I have to create one production order for the first one. Then I have to create a subcontracting purchase order for the second one. I have to create another production order for this operation. Then I have to create another subcontracting order for this. Then I have to create a production order for this one. So there will be 3 production orders and 2 subcontracting orders. Right? So what is happening now? Because of this, these are the complications. So we have too many material codes, and also we have 3 production orders and 2 subcontracting orders. Handling them is cumbersome because something a production person has to handle, something a purchasing person has to handle. Like this, many things are there. Control also will not be there. So now what will happen? So now what are we discussing? What we will do is that we'll create one BOM. We'll create one BOM for the component to be produced. In that, I create the raw material as the inside material. Okay. I create the raw material as the input. Okay. So now I will tell you this point, maybe explain through the Excel, that will be better. So I have the fin component. I have a component. To produce component, I need one. This is one piece I need to produce. Okay. For this, I need a raw material one piece. This is my BOM, regular BOM. Okay. Now, here I have operation 10, like no cutting. Operation 20, it has to go for heat treatment. Operation 30 is finishing. Let us take this as the simple routing. 3 routings here, 3 operations. Okay. Now, what to follow the external operation, what I will do, the first point is I have to create the BOM. In the BOM, actually what is happening with respect to BOM, here I give input. What is the output I am getting? Here I am sending the raw material, I get the cut piece. I get the cut piece here. And then the cut piece I am sending, I get the heat treated material. Heat treated material I am sending, I get the finished component. Okay. So what is happening now? From raw material, I need to get one cut piece and it has to get consumed here. It has to get consumed here. Once it is consumed, then I can continue the regular operation. Right? So I treat this as external operation. I treat this as external operation. This is my internal operation. This is my internal operation. Like this, I take it. Okay. So I create a BOM here, like a raw material. I create one intermediate component called COMP hyphen cut. Here also I am getting the code. But what I will do, I will put as -1 piece in the BOM. And I put the same thing as the +1. I put as a -1, I put +1. In BOM, if I put -1 means what will happen? When I execute the operation, that particular component will come into stock. For example, here, this is the BOM. Okay, this is the BOM.
Where in the quantity, you put -1.
Correct.
Okay.
This is the material. This is the quantity. This is unit of measurement. And here it is parent material. These are the child materials. Okay. Now the BOM, no, normal BOM will be like this only. But now to facilitate my external operation, if I have one operation, I will introduce 2 lines in BOM, but the net quantity will be 0 only. Net quantity will be 0 only. +1, -1.
But why are you introducing -1, +1?
I will come there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now what is happening? In this one, I will assign this to operation 10. This I assign to operation 10. This will assign to operation 10. This will assign to operation 20. In the BOM, in the routing. In the routing, reassignment we discussed, right? When you create the routing, what is happening? All the components are assigned to the first operation.
Correct.
If you want to reassign, we have to go and reassign in the routing. So what I do, I reassign these things. This component CT I reassign to 20. So what will happen now? When I go and do the production entry for this one piece, okay, production, right? One piece, if I enter here, what will happen? One piece RM will be consumed. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Piece RM will be consumed.
And
At the
minus
same
one
time-
piece of
at
CP
the
also
same
comes.
time, one piece, the cut will be generated. That will come into stock. This means it will come into stock. The cut will come into stock. And this is it is a non-valuated material. This whatever metal I am creating, this is a non-valuated material. It will not show any inventory value. That is how I will create the material type also for this specifically. It will not have any value in inventory.
Sir, component cut, you mean to say component cut will generate and come into the stock?
Sorry?
Cut piece or component, sir? Second line, yeah, one piece of CT, that is output will come into the
Output
stock
means
or
what
the
is the first
component.
one? COMP,
Okay, component.
COMP, CT will come into stock.
Okay, sir.
Right? What are you going to do with this stock? I will tell you. Okay. And then when I do the third operation, what is going to happen? One piece component cut will be consumed
Used.
and your component will be received. Final
Cut
component.
piece. Okay.
Is it clear? Sigma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think segment is not clear.
So one question I have, sir. So one piece component CT will be generated, comes into stock. So you said that we will need to change this, the material type in the master data, correct?
No. When I create the master data itself, I will create assets different material type. Leave that part. We'll discuss that later.
Okay,
The
sir.
point is, for this kind of, see, material type, what are the things we can do? In material type,
Sir, it is finished
we can
product.
have quantity
Sir.
update. Quantity can be updated or under value update. Both options are there in material type.
Yes.
Material type, what we used, HALB, right? But HAW, ROH, right? These things where both quantity and value will be updated. We'll create another material type, for example, like ZINT for the intermediate type. Here, quantity only will be updated, value will not be updated. So though it is having the quantity of 10 pieces in my stock, it will not have the inventory value because I am using this as a dummy material here, as a phantom item. This is called a dummy item. Whatever I am creating this component CT, this is a dummy item to facilitate my external operation. To facilitate external operation. So what I am telling is first to understand this operation, then we'll come to say that how to use it. So this is the BOM setting. Wherever I am having only one external operation, I use this. For example, if I have another external operation in between, for example, painting, then I will do PT, then I will have component painting. Painting I'm sending outside. Then I will add this in BOM similarly. But this may be in the operation 30, 40 also. Maybe, I don't know exactly where it will come. So for each operation, external operation, you have to add this kind of component, which is a non-value, there is a no value update material type.
Sir, this external operation is not same as the subcontracting, right, sir?
I can say it is 80% similar to subcontracting, but what is the difference? That is what you are going to see now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, first please understand this concept, then we'll come to that. Okay, so let us not confuse with this, leave it. Now we have only one external operation where I have these components. If I use this is how it will happen if I do the production order, because I'm using only production order now.
Okay, sir.
Only in production order, by using this component, I'm able to monitor all these operations now. Whether it is raw material completed, whether external operation completed, whether finishing is done or not, with one production order, I'm able to monitor everything. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the first one. Okay, now I generated this component. What will happen now? The moment I release this order, the moment I create the production order, and release it, there will be a purchase requisition generated for external operation with reference to the purchase, with reference to the production order. The moment, for example, I use this heat treatment as an external operation, the moment I create and release this production order with this external operation, system will create a purchase requisition for external operation with reference to this production order. That will not be isolated purchase requisition. Like, purchase, take subcontracting purchase requisition, that is different. It is coming from the demand. But here it is depending on the production order. Okay,
sir.
The purchase requisition will not have any material, but with the service that is called heat treatment. It will be created with the service which is called heat treatment. Now I convert this external purchase requisition to external purchase order and send the component CT, what is generated, the quantity update against this purchase order to supplier. And then once he is completing it, I receive component CT against this purchase order. And then what I do, I confirm the operation 20. Then I confirm the operation 20. At that time, the component will be consumed automatically, then I will get it. For example, I am in operation 10. I am having production order for 10 pieces. Now I confirm first 10 pieces of this operation. Okay. What will happen? 10 pieces of raw material consumed. Okay. Then 10 pieces of component cut added into stock. This is my first situation. So what is happening now? The RM stock is 0. My component cut will be 10. This is what is happening after the first operation. Now, this component cut I send to supplier and receive back. Okay, this will come into my stock, right? Operation I complete it. Then in the second operation, when I confirm, what will happen? Component cut will be consumed. Operation 20 will be consumed. In the third operation, because then it will not be appearing there. So the stock will become 0. The stock will become 0 here. Third operation is regular operation. I continue this and finish it. This is how it will happen. Okay. Right. Now let me show this here in the screens. What I captured here. So BOM component, as I told, here you add it. Again, here I put the -2. Actually, it should be -1 only. Okay. And then also in BOM, the costing relevancy was there. Now, when you are going for individual item, we have to remove the costing relevancy. You have to remove the costing relevancy because it is not related to costing. That particular material is not having any price or any cost. And then for external operation, we have to create a purchase info record, right? Without material. And you have to create as a subcontracting.
Subcontracting.
Without material. And here you give the reference of the material like a group, or you give some description there. Metal group or metal description there. So not the description of the operation where I am getting this as a metal group, which is the external process. So here I update the price. What is the price of this? Okay. And then I come to the work center. I have to create a work center in the name of supplier. I have to create a work center in the name of supplier. For example, SG301EP. That is what I'm creating. And please note control key. I have to use the control key, which is having this external operation. Which is having the external operation. See, external operation, no, external processing plus it is showing. So I have to use the control key. It is not the control key what we use for internal operation, the first operation, last operation. This is the specific thing for control key. You have to configure this on control key. And then operations, no, when you're doing this processing, control key again, we have to check whether are using the proper control key, which is having the external operation. We have to note it. The second point what we check is we have to assign the purchase info record for this. So to see the purchase info record, double click this item, right? Hope you remember this. In the routing, when you see that, no, there was a subcontracting in the one page when you're routing, the routing when you scroll down. There was an option for subcontracting.
Yes, sir.
In that subcontracting, you have to tick it, put this info record there, external operation. Then the purchase organization, those things you have to update. And then material list, no, which I told you, that you have to change the item 20. And then now what is happening? We have to save the routing. So now we completed what? We created a work center for to indicate that supplier, specific to the supplier. And then we updated the BOM where that metal, where we are going to have the dummy metal -1 and +1. And whatever it is, the +1 we have to assign to the operation where it is going to be consumed. And then we are having the control key that PP02, or we can configure it as we need it. And then assigning the routing to the info record. We have to create the info record without material. And with using the metal group. For that, we have to configure the metal group also, like external operation 1 or painting, external painting, external grinding. Like that, we have to create the metal group. Then we have to create the info record for these metal groups. Then assign the metal group to the routing, and then save the routing. These are the master data setup. Okay. This is the master data setup. Now, production version we have to create because it is external operation. And then components. This is the list of components, right? What we saw there. When you see the production order creation, I am in the phase of production order creation now. In the metal, I go and check it. The first operation is 0010. The second operation, the component is negative. But third operation is getting consumed. Again, it is not -200, it should be -100 only. So what will happen now? Internal operation are scheduled based on routing time maintained for the respective operations, internal operations. But if I go to external operation, they will be designed based on the days. Because in the info record, we would have put the days. What is the processing time? Planned delivery lead time. 1 day or 2 days, like that we put. Because it's going outside, no? So for those things, it will be doing this time 2 days. For internal operation, it will be doing based on the routine time. But external operation, it will do it based on the what is the lead time we maintain the purchase info record. And then external processing tab. This is in production order. We have the general, standard, external operations. See, all these things will be captured. Subcontracting, purchase info record details, what is the cost element, the purchasing organization, price, everything is captured. Here, see here, purchase requisition field is blank here, because we are not saved the production order. So purchase requisition is not here. So what is happening? Now in the external purchase tab, earlier we could not see the purchase requisition. Now when we save the production order, now in the creator stage, purchase requisition is generated. I told you during the release, but during the save itself, during created itself, purchase requisition is getting updated. Okay. So earlier there was no purchase requisition. Now we have the purchase requisition. Now, by clicking the purchase requisition, we can go to the purchase requisition page. Also, please take note, purchase order details not available. So the main advantage is here, within the production order, we are able to see whether the purchase requisition created or not, whether the purchase order is created or not. Many details we are seeing here. Okay. So now we are having the purchase requisition here. by clicking this purchase requisition, we go and see here. Right? We can see the purchase requisition details. That we will see later. Now we release the production order. Okay. We release the production order and save it. And also the costing also will get worked out for this. The purchase requisition, no, from the production order page, by clicking this purchase requisition page, when we come to the purchase requisition, see in the account assignment tab, it will show what is the production order. So we are seeing the link. In production order, we see which purchase requisition. In purchase requisition, we see from which purchase order is generated. And when we open the component, it will show the components which is getting consumed, which is the external operation component, EP. And the source, which is coming from the info record, what we maintain there for external operations. And see here, the creation indicator is showing F production order. Yesterday we saw that no creation indicator, one is the MRP, other is no manually created. In the scheduling agreement, I was asking. I told you during purchase requisition, we can see that. This is the point where the schedule in the purchase requisition, in the contact person tab, we can see whether these things are created manually or from MRP. Now we are this purchase requisition generated from production order. This also we can see, right? And then production order, we confirm the first operation. The moment we confirm production order, what is going to happen? The 10 pieces raw material will be getting consumed, but the external procurement component, dummy component, no, it should be read as a 10, not 20. It will come as a movement type 531. It will come into stock. It will come into stock. So if you go and see the stock before confirmation, after confirmation, right? The stock will come into the stock. Now the purchase requisition, right? For external operations, then we convert into purchase order. Then in the purchase order account assignment tab, here we see the production order operations numbers also displayed. In the account assignment tab of the purchase order, we are seeing not only the production order number, but also we see which is the operation number also. Right? Then when the purchase order is created, in the production order, we can see the purchase order tick mark is also there. It is checked. Purchase order checkbox also there. So it is showing purchase requisition. It is showing purchase order also there. So within the production order, we can see for this external operation, I have purchase requisition, I have purchase order also. So metal, then we issue the metal, no, that particular external operation component. It will be issued against the movement type 541 and then save it document. Once it is done in a MMBE, we can see the stock, no, it is going to the stock product vendor. And then goods receipt, whatever it is processed, then we do the goods receipt against the same purchase order. We receive the material, save it. Then that stock product vendor will be removed. It will be received into the plant stock. That is the storage stock. Now, when we receive the material, see here, system is showing external operation partly delivered or external operation fully delivered. If you receive the partial material, what is the component we sent to know? That component, if it is partially received, it will show partially delivered, EOPD. If it is fully delivered, it shows EODL. So this is what the main purpose of seeing the status. So status also will show the external operation, what we sent is coming back or not. So after we confirm this, all the final items and all, we do the goods receipt and proceed. Right? This is the external operation. So this looks like no complicated. Okay, this particular item is looking complicated, but once you set the system, it will be very useful. Since we have in one particular production order, we have coverage of all the processes, like whether the purchase request is generated or not, purchase orders created or not, whether the material is sent, whether received, all these things we can see here. That is the advantage of the external purchase request. In one production order, even if you have 2 operations, 3 operations, 4 operations, when the number of operations is increasing, then this will be much handy and very helpful. What? Is it too much for today?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Too much, right?
Yes, sir. This concept is very heavy, sir.
Heavy, yeah, sir.
Very heavy.
Quite. Too many steps, sir.
No, sir. Actually, I never worked on that, but I got it from the production order. We create purchase requisition, purchase order, goods issue, goods movement, everything. It's putting all concept in one place with subcontracting.
Yes. And also it is giving, see, business point of also it is very useful. See, we saw that now even the production order status, if we go and see whether the component is sent out or not, those things we can see. For the particular component, that is again the codification what we generate, no, that is also very important. How do we create the code for the internal things? It should be linked to the finished component or the raw material. So then only we'll be able to see the material also fully. For example, FinCom star, if I put, I will see all the materials related to this item, the intercomponent, other things I can see there. So there are many things here. How do we define the metal master logic, the codification? How do we define this, which operation is external or something? All these things are important. Okay. See, the control key we defined, info record we defined, then purchase requisition, purchase order, almost as you said, work center, all the concepts will be with.
This is a combination of all concept you have taught us, sir. From work center to resource, master data, everything, sir.
Yes. So now if you get your system and other things, maybe later also you can work together and work on this, at least 2-3 scenarios on this one. It will be very good for you.
Okay, sir.
You
Yes,
refer
sir.
this material, take these slides one by one and visit them, then you will get a good idea. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right. Right. So I think we covered all the topics what are supposed to be covered in this course. Next, we are going to the configuration. So starting with the configuration. So what is the first part to be configured in
Material master data, sir.
This is
It's both for and PP, right, sir? Material master data. It's both for and PP.
Right. See, but to see here the configuration steps. First, we have to have the configuration of organization structure. Company code, plant, store location, purchase order, purchasing group, calendar. Then we have material master. Then business partner. And then purchasing related parameters. And then release procedure. These are the major configurations which are under the metal management. Okay. So we have to start with before that, whenever we do any configuration, it is done with the transaction code called what? What is the transaction code for configuration, Kani?
SPRO, sir.
SPRO. SPRO is the transaction. Okay. When you go there now, whenever we do these things, these things will be saved with the change request number. Anything we do the configuration, they will be saved with the change request number. The change request number has to be defined with some proper logic. Then only we'll be able to identify this configuration is done for which project or for which change request. Those things we can identify. That's very important. Okay. Right. Now let us go to the organization structure. Just a minute. So organization structure, the first is to create the company code. Normally company code is responsibility of who? Who will create the company code?
data manage. No. Yeah, data management people, no, sir.
That is okay. Yeah. Within that, you have many people responsible for different functions. No, you have MM consultant, PP consultant, FICO consultant, SD consultant. Who will be responsible to create the company code?
Say MM and PP, sir. Both, no?
Company code.
Because, sir,
Creation
company code FI, sir. Sorry, sir. FI, sir.
Creation of company code is responsibility accounting. That is FI.
FI. FICO.
Since not CO, FI.
Okay, sir.
Since MM is having great integration with company code, MM consultant user should have a good knowledge of company code. You should have good knowledge. But the responsibility is with the accounting team.
Okay,
So why accounting team has been given responsibility to create company codes?
Huh?
Why the accounting team should create company code? Because the company code
this is having a lot of legal things. Also a lot of what is it? GL, general ledger details. Many things are there in the company code level. Because these are the people. What is the finally happening in the company code? Go and visit the company code definition. I don't know whether I covered here or not. Company code definition, please go and revisit. It is talking about the financial statement of the organization are generated at the company code level.
Okay.
So how to consolidate company code and all have to be decided here. Okay. Right. We have less than 1 minute. We'll come back after 11:12. We'll come back at 11:30 India time. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.